Hello.
Hello.
Hello there. I've
Hello
not yet
there.
done the Obi-Wan Kenobi hello there.
No, you haven't, have you?
That's
Pretty
rare
much
for
hear
me
it
to go.
every morning.
I know, and it's been 7 days since we launched this show, and I've not once done it.
Not done an
Ridiculous. I
Obi-Wan.
feel ashamed of myself.
I
Hello there.
I normally hear that, and then you hand me a brew. It's great because he
You're
always
the
gets up
perfect-
earlier than me.
The perfect husband.
I know. Although you weren't so perfect before, you was quite stressed because you thought there was a dot on here.
Oh yeah.
Because he was looking at his computer, which shows the screen and the video stream, and there was a dot behind us, and he kept trying to find it. It was like looking behind.
It was a white mark, and I just assumed naturally, because I'm married to Lyndsay, that she'd scuffed it or scratched it in some way.
Yeah.
As it happened, it was a bit of fluff on my computer screen.
Yeah, we were trying to find it for ages.
That's the last. We'll talk about that.
I was just leaving him to it. I was just like,
I'm like, where is that mark? And why can't I see it? But it's showing up on here. Ridiculous. Anyway, we've got an exciting show today. We've got some new news. We're going to be talking all about how Instagram is potentially one of the leading contenders to take on YouTube for long form video.
I don't know why it needed that, but
crazy.
It is crazy.
We do need a dom.
We need a dom sound, Martin.
Exactly. So, hey Josh, thanks for jumping on. We're absolutely overjoyed with the this podcast as well. It's been over 7 days now.
Over 7 days.
And we call it a podcast, but it's like a live stream. We will turn it into a podcast, but more than anything, it's just our outlet for new information about marketing.
Yes.
And it's gone so fast.
It's gone really fast. And it's gone really well, actually, because we had a meeting with our team Jammy this week, who are going to be repurposing this live show. And there's so much from it. They're like, we're getting too much.
30
too
minutes
much content.
every day.
30 minutes of content every day can make a heck of a lot of content. Carousels, LinkedIn posts, videos. There's so much that it can make from it. And that's one of the main reasons why we're doing this as well. It's that it's very hard for other people to get your voice and your insights and your stories and your humor and everything else. So this is our kind of easier route to doing that, isn't it? Where we record the show and then it can make so much more content from it, which is really nice.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest wins that we've seen. But we used to do tons of live video, didn't we?
Yes.
We used to do so much of it. But now, because we need to be creating content for emails, for LinkedIn, for many different platforms, us giving up 30 minutes a day to actually show up and be ourselves and share some of our weird quirks, because that's what comes across on live content. It makes it easy for our team to actually look, oh, that's an interesting one. Can we create content around that? Like, great. Whereas, setting up meetings and stuff. So it might be something for you to consider in the future, even sort of if you are getting people to produce content, just leaving voice notes so that they can transcribe them.
A lot of our clients leave voice notes. And that works really, really well as well. Just anything that you can do, basically have a place where your personality comes across. Anything that basically AI can't do. AI can't do this. No. Sort of, there's a speck on the wall talking about that. Anything that AI can't do, so it doesn't have your brain and your experience and your stories and your personality. So getting that across wherever it may be is very helpful, particularly if you want to hire someone, even just a copywriter to help you with content marketing. It's very, very helpful to have that place where you say what's on your mind.
Yeah, brain dump.
A brain dump.
It's hopefully a quite enjoyable
brain dump. This is a sophisticated brain dump, Martin.
a very attractive brain dump.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like the word dump to describe our show.
But it's an extra tool, and we like to test things, and we like to share what the results of the tests. And the one thing that we thought coming into this is that we don't really mind how many views we get on a regular basis, as long as we are distributing our knowledge, experience, and stories in a way that makes it easier for us to create more content from it.
Yeah.
So as one of the one of the levers that we're trying to pull is taking this long form video and repurposing it into short form videos. So we have got a setup here. We've got some lights. We're currently working out how to optimize the streaming quality, because we're not really happy with the quality that's coming through. I mean, it's fine for live, but when it comes to taking that content and repurposing it into shorts and even 5-minute segments, you want it to be a little bit better. So this is what we're toying with and tweaking with, and buying a few extra wires and equipment to streamline that.
Amazon has been at the door a lot this week, but we've always had our particular culture, I suppose, or personalities would always be to test things and then continuously tweak them. We've never really been the type of people to try and get something perfect up front. And I think there's a play, and I know a few businesses that do this, and they do this incredibly well, where they think about everything and they put everything into it, and it is pretty perfect up front, but it takes them a lot longer. We always take the route of
rough and ready.
Yeah, well, basically, yeah. But always, we'll get it out there. We'll see what worked, what didn't, and we'll continuously tweak and tweak and tweak. And we'll find, areas to improve. So what it looks like now, probably in 6 months, it will look very different, but you'll see that kind of process evolve, really. But that's how we've always come at things like this, and we've always done that. Even with our clients' content, we're like, let's just get it out and then see what works, what resonates with people. We'll do more of that. And that's always kind of worked for us, particularly, and it matches our personality. I mean, there's different ways of doing things, but that's what matches us anyway.
Yeah, we do short form content, we do long form content, now we do live content, we do written content, and we just want to be the little, I suppose, test monkeys for this. We want to be the guinea pigs. We want to see what works and see what we can do from it. So yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
In terms of today's show, we've got a few bits to cover, but before we jump in, I just want to give a massive shout out to Dennis, who has published this brand new book. It's an incredible book. I've just received 3 copies. I like to give copies away out and support our friends. So Dennis Cooper's recently has wrote Breaking Out of Founders Prison. Go and check it out. It's on Amazon right now. He has had some incredible success over the years of launching businesses, selling businesses, and is one of our biggest supporters at Vidonary. So I wanted to give him a shout out. Well done. Brand new book. It's incredible. Cannot
wait to read that. And it's good that you've got, because mine always orders multiple copies of books, which is handy, because when he starts reading something, I'm like, I want to read it too. Yeah. He's like, well, luckily I bought an extra copy.
Absolutely.
So that always works well.
Yeah,
but yeah, so really good.
Well done on that, Dennis. Excited to share that. Okie dokie then. So let's jump right in and
I do like started. How you always say okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie then. Okie dokie then. Instagram introducing Instagram Plus. Well, there's actually a suite of pluses. There's Facebook Plus and there's WhatsApp Plus.
Yes.
They've really gone out, and I imagine the boardroom around thinking about what should we call this.
Can we not think of another word? You've got Disney Plus. You've got
it's true. Disney Plus.
Just think of a new word. Extra.
Well, no extra is like. Is a Tesco extra?
Yeah, but nobody's thinking the social media
we need to
like,
think,
you know what, we need plus.
Who named our goat? We've got a goat that was named.
Yes.
Is
Anna.
Alice?
Yeah,
Alice? Anna, yes. Yeah. And she named him Vincent Van Gogh. She needs to be on the board of these decisions to naming products.
Absolutely.
Instagram Plus and then Facebook Plus and WhatsApp Plus. But yes, apart from the slightly dull name, they're essentially going to be charging, for Instagram, it's going to be charging $3. So $3.99 a month, and WhatsApp is $2.99 a month, and you get some extra benefits for that. Extra benefit.
See? All about the extra.
Yeah, you don't get plus benefits, you get extra benefits.
Hey, Natalie. Hey, Hussein. Thanks for jumping in.
So, yes, you get things like Story Spotlight, which gives you your stories priority placement. Okay. You get multi-story audiences. I quite like this.
Interesting.
Good for teenagers. So multi-story audiences is essentially you can create groups of people that will be able to see your stories. So if you're getting a bit drunk and you don't want your grandma to see, then you can place grandma in another in another segment so she doesn't see your story, which is quite nice. I quite like that.
Yeah.
Story extend, so that keeps your story for 48 hours instead of 24.
That's an interesting one. Especially if you get leads from your stories.
Yeah, we were quite excited about that because our clients and us get quite a few leads from stories, believe it or not.
Keep it there for 48 hours and hopefully get twice the number of clicks.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, stories are phenomenal for getting leads. If you can get leads from your stories and all you have to do is pay $3.99 a month, that sounds like a real game changer for a lot of people. That's literally an ROI. $3.99.
Yeah.
Twice as many clicks.
Yeah.
Easy.
Definitely.
Easy decision.
Story preview. So you can check out someone's story without seeing, without them seeing that you've seen it. And I'm not really sure why this is a thing. I may be too old to like.
Is it not something like Snapchat? I've never used Snapchat, but I think that's like it's.
Why would you not want someone to see? Maybe if you like looking at an ex-boyfriend or something. You're like, I don't want them to see me check. Right. Yeah. I get it now. Yeah. So that, again, probably more for the teen audience, but you know, whoever it might be, you don't want them to see that you're checking out the stories. There's that. And then you can also see how many people have rewatched your story.
How many people or individual people? Because that's
individual people have rewatched.
Is that a bit creepy, or is that just me?
It's getting a bit creepy now.
Do you think it's creepy? Like,
yeah, this is essentially because the first question I had was, oh, so it doesn't do ads, and it's like, no, we're just making it. We still do ads, but we're making it creepy. That's the benefit of the new Plus. No, it does have some really, really good benefits, but it still does ads as far as I'm aware. So it's not like YouTube subscription where you get the ads taken off. It's slightly different. And it's quite interesting, I think, in general, why they're going down this route of now charging people. I think it reminded me of obviously the Facebook movie. And I think it was suggested to Mark Zuckerberg very, very long time ago, like 20 years ago, that he charge. And he was very adamant against it. Yeah. So obviously things have shifted, and it's no surprise. I think with AI costs going up, they've obviously laid off thousands of people. So they're looking for new avenues potentially to make some money. If they are keeping the ads, then having a subscription service could make them hundreds of millions, even if a small percentage of their overall users actually sign up to it. I think for YouTube, it's about 4.5% of subscribers actually pay for the subscription, but that's still hundreds of millions.
Investment I've ever spent.
You love it without the ads, but unfortunately with Instagram you'd still get ads. Yeah. But it's gonna open up, you know, hundreds of millions of revenue for them, and it's probably a smart business move, isn't it? Because if the most of their revenue comes from ads currently. So opening up a new kind of pathway to get more money into the business makes sense. Because Meta do not make enough money. Apparently. They don't.
We love you, Meta.
We'll just get barred. Yeah. Our impressions just tank.
I know. But it is interesting. Any other features come with Instagram Extra? We're calling it now.
Super hearts. So animated hearts you can send to a friend's story. This was like the headline feature of there's actually better features, but when I was reading articles on it, this was the headline feature that you can send your friends an animated heart, which was the least exciting for me. I just send mine a thumbs up.
Best I get.
Well done.
If I'm lucky. Okie dokie.
So you're making me laugh.
So next up, we want to talk to you about how Instagram feels like Instagram. We've spoken a lot about them this week.
We have spoken a lot about Instagram.
Talking about Instagram in a way. In fact, let me just share this. I want to make sure I've got the right article here. Perfect. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is really interesting. Instagram is going after streaming services. So we all know that there are apps out there like Apple and Disney and YouTube that have forced their way onto your smart TV. That means you can watch Netflix, you can watch YouTube, Apple, Disney, all those platforms. You can watch TV shows. But up until now, we've not really seen Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok, I don't think, involve themselves in the streaming. And you think to yourself, well, on YouTube, when you stream on YouTube, it does obviously give you the option, and the experience isn't bad, to allow you to scroll through the shorts feed. And you think to yourself, well, why aren't the other platforms doing it? Because all of the platforms now have extended the length of shorts, and reels, to 3, some cases 10 minutes, some cases longer. So you got to think to yourself, well, yes, I mean, it's a natural progression, isn't it? If you want to own that space, and you're going up against YouTube, and the theory behind this is that it's no longer TikTok for streaming versus YouTube for streaming. It's now going to be Instagram, because they are actively going after longer videos and also landscape videos. So let's have a quick look at this article here. And this was only published on the 22nd of June, so about 10 days ago. Now available on Samsung TVs. So if you have a Samsung TV, I don't think we have a Samsung TV, but
no, LG.
LG, okay.
I don't know why I know that.
Samsung TVs now allow you to, I think it's in the US.
Actually to stream on a Samsung TV, which is incredible. I just can't imagine thinking to myself, I'm going to sit down and get the remote and put on some Instagram.
Well, you have to think to yourself, if people have music videos on in the background and they have their algorithm built off the back of funny, comical reels, maybe comedians, I know that sometimes if I want to put something on and run around the house and clean or cook or whatever, or maybe you doing a home workout or whatever, preparing food, you can't always find something that's perfectly placed. And sometimes having a rolling, topic-based algorithm on the TV that just rotates potentially would be a good thing. I mean, there's times when I'm cooking where I'll have Instagram and I might swipe through it to see the next best thing. So why would you not have that on your TV? And specifically, it's saying channels are organized around your interests. Instead of debating what to watch, channels make it easier to find videos everyone in your room can enjoy together. So they are going after the family Saturday night sort of feeling, aren't they?
Yeah, but I
struggle with it as well.
I do struggle with it. I just can't imagine watching shorts. But
this is the thing. They are testing horizontal video as well. They've said, you asked, we listened. We're testing a dedicated home for horizontal videos, which is what you're looking at now with us, 16:9, and it's a long form video. So that's going to be really interesting, because every single video that you watch on Reels as you're scrolling through, or at least 95% of them, are based on 9:16, so vertical videos rather than horizontal videos. And they are saying that you can now cast those Reels to your phone, so you can from your phone, to the TV, which is one part of this. But now they're saying they're going to provide horizontal videos as well, which is super strange.
That is it. I mean, I can see it kind of working, because how many times on Netflix have we finished a series and then we're like, what do we watch now? And you're just scrolling through Netflix trying to find something. And I suppose if an algorithm knows you so incredibly well that it can be like, this is what you should be watching now, and it does it very accurately, then that's quite good. But I don't know. I still don't like it.
It also says we're exploring ways for creators to tell deeper stories and build stronger connections with their audiences through longer form video on TV, which means that they're tapping into their incredible, because we can't deny the algorithm on Instagram is phenomenal.
Yeah.
What it shows you is based on what you've watched and what you're interested in at that moment in time. And have you noticed, if you stop watching a certain type of video, there was one time when I used to love watching poker videos, people play cards.
Yeah.
And I just got bored of it, because I'm like, I know the rules, but I'm interested to see how they play these hands.
Yeah.
And then I got a bit bored of them, and then I just stopped seeing them.
Yeah.
And it just started showing me new stuff like cooking videos or whatever. And it is this ever-changing algorithm. So if it is providing relevant content and they do know an awful lot, why would they not shoehorn their way into another device in your home?
I mean, for business owners as well, the opportunity is, I mean, imagine saying to a business owner, you could get in front of someone on their Saturday night TV watching. Like if you created a show as a business owner, if you created a show, and we've spoke about this so much, it seems to be so kind of topical right now, and probably something that we're going to see more of in the future, sort of trending, is that if you can create a show that really gets in front of people around business, then yeah, I mean, it's going to be an amazing opportunity. You've got shows like I've said before, like The Apprentice or Dragon's Den or Shark Tank, as it's called in the States. You've got so many shows like that. Even on Netflix, you can go on and watch shows to do with business. But if you can make it yourself and use like Instagram to get in front of them people, then you know, it's a real opportunity for business owners, I think, that can do that. It's really exciting.
It's an extra tool that you've got to be more bingeable. So let's say, for instance, that we don't get it because, I don't know, we're millennials and, you know, we don't get the idea of having Instagram on the TV, and that's fine. But there are people out there who are already doing shows on Instagram. There's that coffee shop. I can't remember the name of it, but that coffee shop, and every new reel that they post is a new encounter. It's like a show, and every time a new one pops in, it's a new person with a new problem or a new conversation or something. So people feel that they feel gripped to it. And it's the same way if you've got big podcasts like Diary of a CEO or Joe Rogan, is you've got these shows that make people say, I can't wait for the next one. I'm always waiting for that next one. So maybe this is that episodic kind of
I think it's the sequential, and I think TikTok are launching something as well with helping businesses create that sequential content that's like episodic. Every single day something new happens. And I actually started watching something. It was a young girl, and she was on Instagram, and she said, my mother's Chinese restaurant is really struggling. Follow me to help save my mum's Chinese restaurant. And every day she updated things that she was doing to help. Things like looking at the menu. There's so many things, like how can we reduce this menu down so it's, you know, not so much money to pay for all these ingredients and things like that. And I was just watching and following along this show, which essentially could have made a great TV show. It was great. And you but the important thing was as well, you're following the ups and downs. So she shared how her mum had one bad review and how that, you know, that affected her. And it's really powerful, and it feels like it's not only is it episodic, but it's also in the moment as well. You're really feeling that ups and downs of someone's journey. And I think that's going to be even more popular. And yeah, it lends itself more to like a soap opera than social media. It's crazy what's happening, but it's really exciting, I think, for businesses, because I think business / entertaining content, that finding that sweet spot between the two, if someone can do that right, they could be really, really popular.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Megan's
really
not convinced.
I'm not. I can't imagine mentally the leap to go from I'm going to watch Instagram on my TV. But you never know.
Maybe it's someone's addicted to the Instagram, so they're scrolling on the phone and then they're scrolling on the TV and scrolling. Dual scrolling. In fact, I heard something interesting recently, which is there was these actors being interviewed, and they said that TV shows and movies are being specifically dumbed down because people aren't watching the way that they used to watch.
Yeah, it's
they're watching
Keira Knightley
while they're scrolling on their phone.
Yeah, it's Keira Knightley that said that, and I think they have to keep repeating where they are in the plot. It's like, so we went here and now we are here. Just to remind you idiots. You have to keep putting that in, which must be really annoying for writers. I can imagine for writers, it's so frustrating. But you want
to tell the story. You want to use nuance. You want to
you want to just
want the art to come out. But it's got to be frustrating for them.
Definitely.
But anyway, so lots is happening. Algorithms change all the time, but this is one of the big moments, I think, where people are adapting fast. And it does feel like we're in the moment, doesn't it? Lots happening with all these platforms. So exciting.
Really exciting times. So
we should start a series. Like a series on how we've launched Vidonary.
You should do.
All the ups and downs, because there are ups and downs.
There are ups and downs. there are ups and downs. And it would, we should start it actually and do a sequential like Instagram, especially you, because you kind of cover. What would you say the hardest part of running Vidonary has been so far?
Oh, definitely leading up to the launch. It was brutal.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah,
and the reason is because when you launch something, you can either do a quiet launch, a soft launch, as they call it, or you can go all in. And I can't remember the last time we did anything like timid. So what we decided to do this time was launch a huge waiting list, get loads of attention, spend some money on ads, and we partnered up obviously with Daniel Priestley, and he promoted it to his database, and we got 4,500 people on the waiting list within a couple of days.
Yeah.
And then we reached, I think, 6,000 in the end. So that comes with its positives, obviously, but it also comes with an immense amount of pressure. That means that leading up to the launch date, which we had locked in for the 26th of January, I believe, originally, we had a great team of developers, but it takes time to create something. And we had that date, and then we had a key developer leave. He went off for another opportunity, and we had to move the date. And the reason we had to move the date is because I was kind of having heart palpitations that the product wasn't going to be ready, and, sleepless nights, because I was like,
there were a lot of sleepless nights. Yeah.
This needs to be right. There's a big energy around it. We've put ourselves in this position of driving an enormous amount of traction. And if I release this product and we release a product that isn't good enough, and bear in mind, no product is ever good enough when you launch. If you've launched,
it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You should get data back. You should release as soon as you have a good version 1, or a version that you think, oh, later I'll feel embarrassed about it, but I've got to start getting some data. And that's exactly what we did. But I couldn't go live in January because it just wasn't there. And it's not just our reputation on the line. It's Daniel's reputation. Customers are excited about it. If you invite lots of people in and everybody complains and they might not come back, that's a real problem.
Yeah, it was hard. It was definitely hard to see, because I was doing the marketing. So my job was relatively straightforward, because I'm like, I've got all these people on a wait list. It's great. But I could see from your point of view, because you were managing developers, you were focusing on the product, you were talking to investors, and the pressure of that was insane, because we'd built it up.
Hardest thing I've ever had to do.
The hardest thing you've ever had to do. And you notice at night, you leave at 3 a.m. because you're like, okay. I'm like, you can't sleep. I can tell he can't sleep.
Getting a glass of water.
But it was, and I think it would have been so easy for us to do that soft launch, and it did cross my mind 20 times a day. Should we just do very timid like launch? But we decided to do a big launch and go for it and be quite upfront with people. I think that was the main thing that we decided. We're going to be upfront with people. This is in beta.
Yeah, this is the beta launch.
We're going to give you a lot. We're going to do loads of training. We're going to do a boot camp. We're going to do all these things while you bear with us. Please give us feedback. And the members have just been incredible. Like when they first joined, it was just amazing, and the majority of them are still with us. I think it was like 85%, even 4 months later, are still with us.
Incredible.
Which I was blown away by. But that was, I think, partially because we communicated up front, what to expect as well.
And the thing is as well is that when you launch, and we launched strong, we launched and we got 1,000 paying customers in 3 days. There are obviously going to be things that you can't possibly test unless you have a large amount of people join at the same time. Some people start with 50 people or 100 people. We started with 1,000.
Got to test it.
Which meant that our developers could see all of the interactions, and we were able to make improvements a lot quicker than other people. If you'd have launched smaller and quieter, you might not have had that stress test.
No.
So it was it felt impossible at times to launch after, I think we started building in October and we launched in the end. We put that date back because we lost that key developer, and we launched on the 23rd of February. And like Lyndsay mentioned, we put on tons of training, support, calls. I remember the very first day that we launched, We opened the doors at 2:00, and then we had all of the people who were excited to jump in jumped on at the same time, and that caused a number of issues. And the app didn't work in multiple areas. And then I jumped on a call knowing that something wasn't quite working. It was an easy fix, but it takes a while to fix these things. And I had to jump on a call and teach people. I'm like, welcome to Vidonary. This is the place to be if you want to publish more content. And key parts of the app didn't work. But I think a large part of why this works and why this has been so successful is because we've been honest and transparent and upfront. And on that call, it was like, we're very aware there's a few key things. This is why I'm on this call. And we've done this so many times.
It was a onboarding form. So onboarding form, we tested loads, but what people were doing was they were filling it in really detailed. So I tested it, I remember, with a couple of sentences. We'd all tested it with a couple of sentences, each answers of each question. But when you filled it with like all, 500 or 1,000 words, then it didn't work.
It just had a character limit on it.
It had a character limit, which is the most basic thing. But it's things like that you don't realize. And then, it was incredibly stressful, but it was a very good stress test of the product. It was like everything we'd done in 3 months would normally take a business 3 years to actually get to, because we got 1,000 people testing it and giving us feedback. The amount of changes that we've made since have been incredible, and our developers have just worked non-stop on it. So it keeps improving.
The good thing is because it's so new, and the developers, like, they've not got this huge like legacy system. They're able to spot a fix and fix it in a matter of hours. They move so quickly, and that's what's good about having a brand new team, and everybody's like, we want to fix things fast. So I've been on calls at the start of the week where someone asked we want to add blurred backgrounds to our videos, and then by the end of the week it was there. And that doesn't happen for big SaaS companies.
No.
Yes, we're new, so there's going to be a few more issues and bugs, and trying to integrate with all of these social media platforms. It's always going to have issues, but what we can do, we do fast, and that's what's been good. So I'm glad that we didn't wait. I'm glad that we put ourselves under an immense amount of pressure.
Yay!
Because we were able to get things solved
very quickly,
way sooner.
And
we've got the best community in the world, and it's a big part of it. So we're supporting everybody as much as we can. The developers are working non-stop. It's an incredibly exciting time, but it was also incredibly stressful at times.
It was,
as well.
That gives a bit of an insight. See, we need to be sharing stuff like that every day. I can't imagine on some of the days you being like, "Hi, Instagram! Oh my god!"
Hi, Instagram.
We should.
A developer's off sick today. Okay, should we move on to the hook of the day?
Yes. So this is a really good one. I really like this hook. I don't know what's going on, but
I like that one. So if you're recording a short form video and you need an on-ramp, and that's what these are great for. I don't know what's going on, but these are great hooks.
I don't know what's going on, but if you want to get my actings, I feel like vindicated.
I don't know what's going on, but I somehow got myself into a situation where I'm launching with 1,000 customers in 3 days. Whichever emotion you want to bring to it, but it's really good because it's kind of like it's in the moment again. You've just picked up your phone, like, I don't know what's going on, but you can also use it to teach. So I don't know what's going on, but why do people think that Instagram is a dark, like, whatever, like, I don't know what's going on, but why do people not use Instagram on their TV? Like, I've been doing this for years, like, it's
so ahead of time.
I don't know what's going on, but is anybody able to publish on Instagram from their desktop? I don't know why we're just talking about Instagram nonstop, but I don't know what's going on. But why can't I improve the quality of my lighting setup in my room? Like, you can imagine this being used for anything, and you can switch it. It can be positive and negative, and it's a really easy one to use. So on your next video, try that hook, and we'll share a new hook tomorrow. Let us know if you use it.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much. I'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.